way back to the Frostbank Center. And for the challenger, the Spurs, an entire season is on the line tonight for the defending champs. The NBA Finals are in sight as we get you set for Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs. What's up, guys? We're not tired. You are. We're just getting started here on NBA Showtime. Maria Taylor, the Hall of Famers. You are tired? Carmelo Anthony, Vince Carter, and Tracy McGrady here with you. Ooh, guys. Okay, so Wemby's come with a lot of different looks. We've seen sweats. We've seen the full suit. What do we think about today?
I like today.
You do?
Kind of took that mindset back to how he came into the summer, how he's getting ready for the season, right?
With the Silent Monks?
The Silent Monks. I love it. He's locked in. He's focused. He got his book in his hand. I don't know what's on it. Or what's
You know
in
what's
it.
up. You know what that is.
That's a quote right there.
Yeah, boy.
That's a quote on the front of that book.
He got the shaved head.
Oh, yeah, he
we
got
in
the
for
low
business
coat
tonight.
again. Coming in peace, but might move with a little bit of hostility and aggressiveness
Wemby
early
said,
in this
treat
game.
that business storm, do not break.
Okay, listen, guys. Tonight, Oklahoma City, they can accomplish something nobody's done since the Warriors did it in 2019, and that is return to the NBA Finals for a second straight season. Also with the help of Jared McCain. He wasn't a part of OKC's championship team last year, but he's been a huge piece of the puzzle right now for the Thunder. We're going to hear first from him at Morning Shoot-Around with Zora Stevenson, then Spurs guard Devin Vassell with Ashley Shamady.
Aggressor was the buzzword in Game 5. What word is coming up the most ahead of this one as you have the opportunity to close it out?
Same thing. I mean, we talk about the consistency of these games. It's, you know, the people who are throwing the most punches. And so being the aggressor, that's been the same word throughout this whole series, and it's going to continue that for tonight.
You got the start in Game 5, and you were telling me that Coach actually gave you the heads up. And a lot of the guys have talked about his communication before they made the switch on Wemby. He made sure to tell Hart. What do you think about the way that Coach communicates with you all?
It's so awesome. Like I really appreciate that in general. I've always had really good relationships with my head coaches, and to this day I talk to my high school coach and college coach as well. So it's awesome to be able to have that communication, and no matter what, like I know his door's open. I can go and talk to him about anything, and vice versa for him. So it's very cool to have that, especially within the team, and being this deep in the playoffs, you need that.
I know you're rooted in gratitude. Everybody talks about how happy you always are, but what emotion do you have ahead of this one?
It's always gratitude. Gratitude is always going to be my emotion. I think just always feeling thankful, always being blessed. You know, nervous. I think that's the main one that is always there for me. It's been there since I was 3. Before every game, I've been nervous. But I think that butterfly in my stomach, it just tells me that it means something to me, and I really want to go out there and win. And I love that feeling to this day.
Thank you for your authenticity. I do want to get an update on the nail, though. You chipped one in
I
Game
didn't-
5. What you were worried that the San Antonio nail techs wouldn't help you out?
I didn't get any DMs about like getting my nails redone, so they're still chipped. But maybe it's good omen because it's like we won when they chipped. So
if this works out, maybe a new thing to have one chipped nail.
Exactly. Maybe a new thing.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you.
All right, Devin, Game 6 of the series. In the games you guys have won, what have been the X factors?
Taking care of the ball, getting out in transition, limiting the turnovers, and just playing free.
For you personally, Devin, when you're at your best as a scorer, as a defender, what does that look like out there on the court?
Just causing havoc on the defensive end, and offensively just playing free, getting to my spots, shooting the open ones, and making my teammates better.
For a lot of you guys, this is the first time facing an elimination game. What's just been the messaging around maybe not letting the moment be too big, making sure you guys are just playing Spurs basketball?
Like you said, it's a big game, but at the end of the day, we feel like we're ready for it. We're back home, so the crowd's going to be going crazy. Just take it one possession at a time, get lost in the game. Don't worry about making misses, and just be ready to go.
Devin, thank you so much. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Well, one thing I know for sure that the Spurs will be worried about it is how their superstar Victor Wembanyama feels to start out this game. Listen, coming off of Game 5, it was his worst game of the series, his worst field goal percentage, his worst plus minus, only 8 points in the paint. Even Mitch Johnson said he's got to score more, he's got to take more shots, only taking 15 shots in that game. And he didn't go to post-game media. Actually, the NBA issued the Spurs a warning in response to Victor Wembanyama not fulfilling his league-mandated media responsibilities after Game 5. And it's just very uncharacteristic of that guy. So talk to me about what you're seeing. You saw it on the court. We're seeing it kind of spill over into the locker room and afterwards. What's going on with this young star?
He's trying to figure it out. I think this is the second incident of Wemby in this postseason, the elbow against Minnesota, and now this. I mean, again, we don't know what happened, what transpired, what was said. But for him to put himself in them situations right now when the team really needs him, it shows me that he's really trying to figure this out. He looks frustrated. He's out there on the court. He wasn't moving the same in Game 5. He just looked like he's tired, mentally tired, he's fatigued. And again, he's 22 years old, so we expect a lot of these things. A lot of those are just immaturity, right? He was immature in that play. He was immature not to do the media. But again, now it's the noise is out there, and the optics is speaking right now. And I would like to hear what T-Mac and Vince, have to say on this topic. But I just think Wemby is just tired, fatigued, mentally fatigued. He's trying to figure this out.
What?
About Wemby and basically how the Game 5 went and his response to it.
Yeah, for me, I want to know what's going to be different tonight other than you being aggressive, right? But when you go back to the last game, that's what we thought was going to happen in Game 5.
Right.
And we got a flat Wemby. It seemed like he wasn't really interested. We didn't see the norm out of him. And yes, fatigue did play a factor, but again, you're tied 2-2, and you already proven that you could win in OKC. You're coming off a big win, and that was an opportunity for you to put a stamp on this series and really for your legacy, right? Because if you would have won that game, now you're coming back home and you're feeling good. And we know how the role players play when they're at home. So for me, that's over and done with. He has to come in with a mindset of I'm just going to attack all night, and that attack is doing that inside around the basket because that's where he's most dominant, and that's where he has an impact on his teammates being, prevailing to be successful as well.
I think it was Game 3. You said it's all about how you wake up in the morning and you prepare yourself to go to work for the day. And I think the way he dressed. The way he prepared himself, the way he walked in, is the preparation, the start of his preparation for the game. And I think, like you said, he's trying to figure it out. He was flat, he was tired, all of these things. And I think that's the start of fixing the problem.
Yeah.
Let me internalize it, but let me find something that is worked for me and that will motivate me to get ready for this, because this is now the biggest game. Because think about it. All of the things that we said has happened, you still hear the noise.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's active on social media or not. You still hear the noise. The media asks you questions and shoot around. He still hears it. But what are you going to do about it? And I think that's the start of what he's going to do about it. How you come to the arena prepared, being the superstar.
Yeah. You guys talk about aggression in general, but defensively too. OKC shot at 49% when he was on the court. So you guys talked about the difference in him totally on both sides of the ball, that you saw a difference in that game.
I don't want to cut you off.
But there he is.
It's a difference already.
There he is.
That's a typical run out.
When you watch Wemby, and again, we watched him 5 games so far, right? Some of those games he came in, we watched him work out. He looked strong. He looked balanced. He looked like he was ready to go. Game 5, he didn't look like that. We spoke about that. And as a result, we see the results of that game. Game 6, for Wemby to come in with that mindset, dressed that way, to me, he's being still. This is a moment where he needs to be still. He needs to settle his mind. He needs to figure out what's going on. He's 22 years old. There's no way that, regardless of how good he is, how great he is, he does not have this figured out yet.
Yeah, guys, I have one more question, because at the end of Game 5, we saw Wemby going out of the game, and you could kind of see him over here talking, saying hard foul to Mason Plumlee and Bismack Biyombo. And so this is something, you can see it. But you guys say that this might be a little bit more normal than we think it is. A little bit more?
Oh, of course. Yeah, this is normal. The NBA playoffs are extremely physical.
Yeah.
They are being physical with Wemby. He feels that. That's why Game 5 he was tired. He's been beaten up, right? And it's just a level of frustration. I don't know what he said right there, but his teammates went out and responded.
And also, some of the starters,
wait.
The game is in hand, and some of the starters are still in the game. So, maybe he's saying, "Oh no, we've already conceded."
No, he said finish the game.
Is that what he said?
Finish the game strong. Finish the game strong.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Or did he say finish it?
Not
Finish the game strong.
Kombat.
Oh, my bad. But nevertheless, it's just, they've beat up. He's been beat up. They've been physical with him. You know how it is when you're down and you conceded, but you still have your starting unit in. Sometimes it happens.
Wemby got to understand, his others are not like OKC, right? They're trying to figure it out as well. OKC bench has been handling them every single game, dismantling them, right? So for Wemby, he has to understand his bench is struggling a little bit. I have to be a little bit more aggressive. Shea has a little bit of luxury to kind of, work his way in on the offensive end or into the game because his bench is playing so well, so dominant. Wemby has to attack right away, right off the bat. Can't wait.
And he's not the only one that struggled. De'Aaron Fox had just 9 points, his lowest scoring output. Remember, he missed game 1 and 2 with that ankle injury, so he's still trying to get back to healthy. But Wemby's got the cut. You guys have been asking for the cut all series long. He's coming in with it. Looks like he's got a spring in on his squad. 85 total points this series, and he was held scoreless in game 4. They needed every bit of his scoring as he comes off the bench and added in 22 points in game 5. All right, let's talk about the East, though. The Knicks already punched their ticket to the NBA Finals, their first win in 27 years. New York has won 11 straight games, tied for the second longest playoff win streak heading into the finals. So we know who's coming out from the East. We're still waiting to find out who's going to show up from the West. I got a question for you, though. If you're the Knicks, you're sitting back home, Melo, and you're watching all of these games, who do you think you match up best against? Spurs or Thunder?
Here's the thing. The Knicks haven't seen a team like OKC all season. They've had OKC had success against the Knicks this season, whereas San Antonio did not, right? So let's just keep it right there. But then you also talking about the back-to-back MVP, right? Do you want to see the back-to-back MVP in New York, in the Garden? Listen. You can't run from it. You can't run from it. And also Wemby. Yeah. You want Wemby on Broadway?
Yes. Yes, we do.
You asked me who do the Knicks prefer to play.
We want Wemby on Broadway.
You can't. You don't get a chance to pick in this situation. For me, I think the Knicks match up against San Antonio better than OKC. I think OKC, again, their bench is just a lot. I think they have too many levels that they could take it to as far as adjustments. And to answer your question, I think San Antonio will be the better match for the New York
That was
Knicks.
a nice long wind-up to get to San Antonio. I wanted to bring in somebody that might know a little bit more about the Knicks because he's been there the entire season. Patrick Ewing, brother.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
What a surprise, my brother.
I know. Hey, they didn't know that you were going to show up, but you're the 15-year Knicks Hall of Famer. You know more about this team than we could ever dream of. So you got to tell me, who do you think they would match up best against coming out of the West?
Hey, look, it doesn't make a difference. Who is there, that's who we have to play against. We can't go into it thinking about we want to play against San Antonio or OKC. It's whoever is there, that's who we gotta play.
Beast, T-Mac here. Watching these playoffs of your Knicks, man, when do you notice that it was a different ball club in these playoffs?
I think that it started once the playoffs started. We struggled a little bit against Atlanta, but we were able to get it back going. I think that layoff hurt us a little bit then against Cleveland. But I thought that, the guys, Jalen, Cat, all of them, they've been clicking on all cylinders, and I think that we just have to continue to play that we've been playing unselfish, rebounding, defending, and then anything is possible.
Yo, this VC here, what player has impressed you in this run, in this 11-game win streak run for you? Like there's a player like you man, I've been impressed with. Who is that guy?
Well, pretty much the whole team, but OG. OG has been as in some of these games, he's been our best player. His offense and his defense, but also Jalen. Jalen is he's special.
You already said OG.
Come on, man. Come on. I got to be able to pick a couple.
P.E., this Melo.
OG.
For you and what you mean to this organization, and to me, you're the greatest Knick that played in that uniform, in that garden. What does this mean for you to be around the team, be able to travel with the team, and for them to look upon you for advice during the points of the season where we really needed that advice from guys like yourself?
Well, first of all, I want to wish you a happy early birthday. I know tomorrow's your birthday. Happy early birthday.
Yes, bless up.
But just to be around them, it means a lot. I've always given my opinion. I've always patted them on the back when it's needed. I think that both Leon and Wes, I thank them for giving me the opportunity to be around. And I love this team. I love the city. I love the atmosphere. Whenever we're at the game, you know, you can look around the crowd. It's like it brings back so many great memories of back when we played. And I think that this team, not just Jalen. Jalen is a great player, but I think that every player on the team have done an outstanding job of getting us to this point, and they have to continue to do it if we're going to win.
Absolutely.
You know what? I don't think anyone truly understands what the Knicks mean to the city as much as you do. I mean, you were on the team the last 2 times they made it to the finals. Just walk me through what the city's been like. And if you can compare it to when you were taking the Knicks to the finals, what's the difference?
You know, the difference is there wasn't social media back then. There wasn't social media back then. But I think that, you know, the city, I mean, they might burn it down. You see the way that they've been acting? Have you seen the way that they, not only in New York, but also on the road? And that's, when I played, I never saw, you know, that many New York fans in Cleveland or in, you know, Atlanta's different because there's so many transplants there. But it's great. I love it.
It's because of you, my friend.
It is. It is. The legend. We appreciate you joining our show. Thank you so much for surprising the guys. That's Patrick Ewing joining us on NBA Show. I know, right?